Hello and welcome to the stream. This is going to be a bit of a short stream, this one, as we're prepping for Canada. So a little bit of reviewing of the car to do. Just want to have a look at our designs, our research, see where we're at on that. Then we'll jump into the practice, and depending where we're at, we may do some qualifying. But certainly we'll get through practice on this stream, and then on Friday it will either be qualifying on the race or the race. So we'll see how far we get. But coming off the back of Spain, which was our best result of the season. So if you have a look at this, Lando Norris finished 7th. So if you did miss that one, do check out the previous live stream, and we will have highlights of Spain out this weekend. The previous episode of Monaco has just been released, so do keep up to date with the series. Do subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and comment to get involved. Really helps me promote the channel and yeah, get a bit more support over here on F1 Manager. So as we say, our best result last race out with Lando finishing 7th, and yeah, we had good pace in the car. We deserved that 7th. We were quicker than the Mercedes and the Alpines. So whether we can translate that for the rest of the season, I do not know. Oscar also had his best finish, so previously was 16th, his best finish, and now 12th. And that's probably where we expect him to be finishing, around 12th to 14th. So really good work finally from Oscar. So let's see if he can keep that up as well. As I say, we are now moving more into a research phase with this car. So less design work. So it's going to be more research now. So we may not be able to keep up with this sort of points in terms of 7th, 8th, 9th, maybe even 10th. We may not be able to keep that up because Mercedes are going to out-upgrade us in terms of that development race. Alpine perhaps too. So we'll just see how we go. We'll probably keep 1 or 2 designs going, but it's going to be more research heavy. So just have a look at the inbox following that race. So our inspection results, we've got side pods failed on Oscar's car and a front wing failed on Lando, so we need to have a look at that. I've got a new chassis manufactured. Results here. Still high confidence from the board. I don't know where the rest of these unread emails are. So let's have a look at those car parts that we're missing. So we're missing side pods on here. I've got a replacement for that, and we've got a front wing missing here. Well, let's just have a look at our warehouse. We've got 3 chassis there at the moment, 3 front wings, 2 rear wings, 3 side pods, 2 underfloors, and 3 suspensions. So what are we actually designing at the moment? Rear wing. So we're not too bothered about manufacturing a rear wing. Oh, we have got another underfloor coming as well. So let's just go back to that. Suspension free, underfloor we will have free, side pods free. Yeah, we could maybe manufacture 1 more rear front wing. Sorry, they are more prone to being lost and damaged. So yeah, not too much to do actually on there. Let's 15 days to the rear wing, so that's not going to come in. We are going to finish a research project though. Apart from that, there's not too much else to look at the moment. That other front wing in now, so that's fine. I'm going to complete research. Side pod suspension, low stock. I'm pretty happy with that at the moment. Our first piece of research has been completed, 2024 research on suspension. So we can see the research benefit that we've got there. Just need to keep this research going now, really. Let's... do we want to... I think we'll do 1 more research, then we'll do a design, just to keep a little bit of design work going, maybe. What other research have we... what research was that? Sorry, that was a suspension we've just done. We've got a front wing. So maybe let's research some side pods. We haven't got any... when's the next period? 16 days, so... not going to get a major benefit from this, are we? not going to get a major benefit from this, but... only got one engineer, so that's a bit of a long-term project, but we'll get that going anyway. Side pods on the car in terms of research, that's going to take 35 days, and the rest of this is now not going to be done until after Canada, so the rear wing is going to be 10 days away. Let's just forward on. One of our sponsors requested to change their contract this season. More specifically, they would like to add more race hospitality event obligations to occur. Always hosting sponsor. What is the... have any negative effects, is it? And what I do want to look at is some of the facilities. Team attractiveness, not too bothered about. Confidence gain. It's only 400,000 build a boardroom, so we may as well get that on the go. Team hub, attractiveness, morale, staff weekly development. 5. Really want to be doing something like a wind tunnel or CFD, don't we? But it's a lot of money. 12 million. Come on, let's go for it. Let's upgrade the CFD. Spend a bit of money on that. I think it's going to be worthwhile in the end. So we've still got plenty of cost cap remaining. Just want to monitor that as we go through though. Another underfloor is complete just as a spare part. So let's just have a look at car analysis now. Get a Lando's car. Here we are ranking on the grid here. So there's definitely been some development from the other teams in this break. Well, I say break, it's been a bit of a longer break, been back to back, but it's been a 2-week break this time. 16th, 16th, so would be 15th and 16th, so effectively the 8th car on the grid in terms of speed, acceleration, DRS, and we would be 11th and 12th, so 6th for cornering. So on average we're probably around about the 7th car on the grid. I'd imagine we're now definitely ahead of the Alpha Tauri and Romeo. Yeah, as you can see there, you can put it on the attributes. And should be ahead of also the Alpha Tauris. And yeah, we're just edging the Williams now. Us is beating us in a lot of these areas, but we have got better medium and high speed cornering. I'm very close on low speed, so I think we could have the beating of Haas as well. So yeah, we're still not ahead of Alpine and Mercedes, well certainly not Mercedes, and we're going to be falling further behind on those now because as I say, we're dropping off on that design front, but we're happy to take the pain this season. So let's see, I think we can reach Q2. Apart from that, there's not too much more to change up there. And with that, let's get into some practice in Canada. Always liked this track on the actual F1 games, all the way back since playing them in the sort of late 90s. Just, yeah, something about this track. It's just nice to drive. Whether we're going to get that luck and that feeling in F1 Manager, who knows?
Formula One has arrived here in Quebec.
Oh, so we're going to have some rain as well on Saturday, so qualifying could be a wet one. That could shake it up a bit. Let's just do the setup. So run plan, just change those to 18 laps as we always do both of these. Car setup. Been a lot of sort of feedback in the community and on the Reddit, and people saying about the car setup needs to change for the next game. I think it does. Sort of this becomes a bit boring, doesn't it? I know people, you can look up the car setups. I prefer to just do it myself. I don't store them or remember them year on year. I just like it to be sort of random, figure it out for myself rather than, yes, not cheat it, but you know what I mean? Just looking it up makes it easier. So, but I can see why people get quite bored of doing this. So, yeah, I think they need to change that up a little bit for the next game. Not quite sure what they could do, but just vary it, make it a little bit more exciting, race by race, not make it, it's very samey, isn't it? Oh, we could have put the different parts on our warm parts. We should have done that. That's Oscar out of the garage for this first practice session in Canada. Let's get Norris out as well. See if we can hit some of these 100% setups. But yeah, I just think that that car setup element, it's yeah, it is very samey. So yeah, I don't know what they could do to it, but I think it needs to be something that's different race on race, or at least varies in terms of what it looks like. You know, there might be, I don't know, 6 different variations of how you get that setup in terms of what it looks like actually to get the right setup, and it varies from each Grand Prix in terms of what, you know, inverted commas, what kind of mini game you get to do that. So I think they do need to mix that up a bit. My big thing for the 2024 game is I'd like to see full-on academies. You know, if you've played things like Football Manager, obviously it's very different, wider, and probably a lot more interest in that game. So I understand you don't want, they probably don't want to go to the full depths of that because it might put the casual player off. But yeah, I think something like having your, you know, if you're a McLaren team, whatever team you are, you've got your McLaren Driver Academy, and you can sign people up, say, from, I don't know, ages 12, 13. They're then in your development where you can sort of see how they're progressing. You can manage their stats. It shows how they're performing in, say, karts or junior categories. And then eventually you can sort of get more data when they get an F3 drive, for example.
How's the balance? How's balance?
Then is everything okay with the car? It doesn't feel right.
Understood. Good message.
And then I'd say hopefully from there, you can progress them to F2 and then into your F1 car. But you'd have like a whole stack of different drivers, and those that you don't get in your own team, you might see them ending up in, you know, say you're a Red Bull, for example, you're managing that Red Bull Academy. You might see some of your drivers end up driving for AlphaTauri or a lower team and things like that. So I think that would be a good shake-up for 2024. Anyway, we've done an awful job here to begin with, so let's completely mix this up. Let's go with that. Let's get Oscar in as well. Try that. I think that's really the main disappointment from F1 Manager 22 to 23 though. There's not too much significant changes. For me, I'm not too bothered about this side of it. Actually in game, and I know people want to see more realistic crashes, but at the end of the day it is a manager game, so to me it's less about the sort of the physical aspects of how it looks. It's more about that background stuff that I'd enjoy. A lot of time you'll see from the streams there, you know, we're never really in the menus for that long or looking at things where, you know, you play something like Football Manager, you could easily spend minutes, hours even between games on doing certain things, scouting and all that sort of good stuff. So, you know, there's a balance, as I say, between the casual player, but I think there's more they can do on sort of the back end database side of it, scouting. Even the staff side of it, there's limited staff, you know, they could all have different roles, how it impacts the team. They're the kind of changes I'd like to see. Anyway, we're nearing the end of this first practice session. Let's see what we get on this second lot of feedback. Without Lando's now. Still unhappy.
I'm pretty much pace zeros.
Okay, Lando, message understood.
Okay, so I think go with that.
Any feedback?
Oscar is sounds
okay.
good, so he's got a little bit
Copy.
better, but
All
not
good.
much. We need to bring that in as well. Right, it's probably fine to be fair. That needs to come in there. Can't get that. Be similar though, but I think we'll try that. I don't get much more time here in practice one though. Lando's ready to go. Let's get him out for a few laps. And Oscar now as well. Oh dear. 4 minutes to go then. Should get another, yep. Lando might get 3 out of 5 feedback. That'll be handy. I don't know, it's going to be tight. Look, hopefully he will. Yes, he does, just about
Okay,
there.
that is the checkered flag.
Right, practice 1 comes to a close. Bit of a struggle there in terms of the setups, but let's see if we can nail them in practice 2. Straight into that. I think we're going to be dry for this session, so really want to get these nailed now before we get to rain.
Okay, Oscar, so the track will go green now.
We've not had a wet race yet, have we? To my knowledge this season, we've not had a wet race. We had rain in Miami qualifying. That shook up the grid a little bit. But the race was dry, and I think it's saying this race is going to be dry as well. But it would be nice to get a wet race. Always mixes it up a bit.
How's the balance? How's the balance?
He's saying
Yeah,
great
yeah,
now,
happy.
so be made.
Okay, understood.
Right, so you want to go there. Might be enough, you know. That might make a significant difference. Let's go with it. It's a quick change, so give him good track acclimatization as well. He's not going to lose too much in the garage.
Oscar, is the car all okay?
Oscar's great as well now. Let's have a look at what he's saying. And he might need same. I wonder what way we go with this. Do we go less rear wing angle? I think we go left and then I don't know if we're changing too much there, but let's have a go. Just let them run now. Hold it there for 2 seconds. It's fine. It should be another 10-15 minutes, then we'll get the feedback on these. Hopefully it'll be pretty close, that would be handy. It's race 9, I believe, isn't it? I can't remember how many. I know we've got 24 races in real life in 2024. I think we've got 24 races, haven't we? I can't remember what 2023 was on the calendar. Was it 22, 23 races?
How's the balance?
It's all good. It's a cool car to drive.
Pretty sure it's 23, to be fair. Sure it's 23 last year for 2023, and it's 24 for 2024. Anyway, Lando's liking it now. Let's have a look. Okay, we're optimal. Only good on braking stability. Try something like that for Lando. Oscar is good, but he's not great, so let's have a look. Okay, so we've moved the rear ring angle the wrong way, so we want to come back there. It steers right out here as well now. Let's try that. I don't think that's going to be quite where we need it. Quite a lot of work going on there as well. It's taking him a long time now. So, track acclimatization pretty close for both of them, actually, to be fair. Lando, I think, is set up. Depending what way we go with this, we may just leave it after this. Just see what we get next time round. I don't know if we'll get the full amount of feedback here. We should do actually. 12 minutes to go. We'll just let him run for the rest of the session. I think he's got enough fuel, has he? Don't know. He might actually will have to come in before end of session. He should get the full feedback on this. He's only going to lose a couple of minutes of running here, isn't he? So he heads in. Let's see what we got from him. Okay. Great, great. We're going to try that. Obviously no point sending him out now, but that's what we'll try in practice 3 and see how close we can get. We're pretty close with Lando. As practice 2 comes to a close.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Excuse me. Right, let's jump straight into practice 3 then. Oh, Oscar's up to 95%. And we're going to have some light rain here. Car setup. Let's just... Yeah, I'm just going to try that. We can always revert if not. We can always revert if not. We might as well give it a go because we're going to let him run the full lap. So.
Sessions should be starting now.
So we should have some rain in the next few minutes. So we're going to have to mix the tyres up a bit here. Let's get them out. 1 minute. And we should have some rain falling on the track.
Rain is expected.
Yep.
Hasn't started yet though. 50% chance in a couple of minutes time. And here we go, a little bit of rain now.
Of rain in pit lane.
Copy.
Still dry tyres at the moment, but it is going to go to inters by the looks of this rain falling. See how much feedback we can get before we need to do that. Probably 3 out of 5 by the looks of it. Slowed up a little bit there.
Update on track conditions.
Ignore for a second, but I think that is going to continue. Yeah, I have to call these in, unfortunately. It's going to waste a little bit of time. There's not much we could have done about that. Okay, some inters on Oscar. Same for Norris. Yeah, just gonna run long now. We can always revert these back. We're in the 90s with both of them, so we might as well get some track acclimatization out of them now.
Okay, Lando, need some feedback.
Happy with that. I think everything's fine.
Optimal feedback,
understood.
optimal setup, sorry, so we're happy with that. And great for Oscar, so we might need to revert Oscar. We'll wait and see, depending on what that percentage is. Should just be able to run now till end of session, hopefully. Depending on how their tyres hold up. We are on inters, so they have a little bit more tyre life on them than slicks.
Lando, update on track conditions.
It's dry, but it is saying 80% in. It's going to keep them out there at the moment. Not ideal, but saying more rain is forecast, so let's have a look. Yeah, it's starting to fall again now, so right choice just to stay out on those. These lot are going to have to come back in again, aren't they? I'd imagine. Yeah, we should be comfortable running to the end here. "20 minutes to go." Track acclimatization is at 84% for Oscar, 82% for Norris, so we close in on that 100% because the longer you're out, the quicker it goes up, so it should be bumping up quite nice and quick now for us. We're 100% on the car part knowledge. We've not had too many new parts on the car last couple of races, so not much work for them to do there. Oscar now at 90%, 91% on track acclimatization, so I think we might hit 100% with both. Probably the first time I think we've done that. I think we'll have both drivers in quite a nice window here going into qualifying the race. "7 minutes left as Oscar's about to hit 100% on his track acclimatization. There he has it, and now just waiting for Lando to do it in the last couple of minutes here.
Looks like the grade's clearing up.
Which he has done as well. Brilliant for the boys.
A good job. Let's check a flag.
Right, so I think we've done a pretty good job with both drivers, to be fair, this weekend. So there we have it. Let's have a little bit of a review then. Lando, we hit 97% setup satisfaction, 100% on car part knowledge, 100% on track acclimatization, so that gives him a driver preparation of 98%. That might be the best prep we've achieved all season. Definitely seen a 97% before, but not sure we've hit 98%. 97% is indeed what we've hit with Oscar. 96% on his setup, so that's where the 1% difference is coming. Just on the setup, 96% compared to 97% for Lando. But again, he also has 100% car part knowledge and 100% track acclimatization. So we're coming into qualifying really well set up with both drivers. So practice recap then as we head into the Canadian Grand Prix qualifying session. Lando Norris has a driver preparation of 98% and Oscar has 97% with qualifying coming soon. And I tell you what we'll do is we'll do the first session of quali, then we'll save the rest for Friday's stream. So I think it looks like we've got a wet quali, and we have indeed. So you do have to manage this a little bit differently. We will send these out straight away.
Okay, Oscar, so the track will go green now.
Oh, it's dry. Oh, that is disappointing. This could have ruined it.
Advertise where you can.
Everyone's on this, to be fair, so... It is raining again, so that is fine. Just see what these first laps are. Do this in 16 times speed, just to see what we're
Delta negative
achieving.
at the end of the lap. Okay, look after the fuel on the way in.
Copy.
Where's Lando? Oh, Lando... Oh, he's that far behind, was he?
Confirm.
So it's a 22.9 first sector for Oscar. 22.9, then a 23.5. Let's just see what Lando's going to do first sector. 22.9. Well, I don't know what's happened to Lando here. What is going on? Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to... Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Lando there. He just didn't set a lap, which is odd. Put some fresheners on. I don't think it's going to matter too much, but let's just monitor this weather. I'm going to send Lando out. He needs to get another lap in. Or a lap in. He's going to have a lot of traffic again, though.
Drive to the Delta. And we are boxes lap.
Yeah, confirm.
Change to dry. All out on dry tyres as well, aren't they? Lando might be in trouble here because we've got to get him back in and out here. He's having a bit of a nightmare here. Let's get some softs on him, get him straight back out. Alright, let's see what Oscar's going to do then. This is going to be a bit of an up and down qualifying, although it looks like it might be dry now. Looks like it might be dry for the rest. So let's just see what these laps are for Oscar and Lando. Or maybe settle in and get a second run in. Oscar will definitely be able to get a second run in. Don't know about Lando. Oscar's going to come across the line now. Goes up to 8th. I don't know if these guys have all set.
So Oscar,
Eyes on slicks this year. I don't. Well, they haven't because Sainz and Verstappen are down there.
If you could keep your pace up on the in lap.
Copy.
So Lando is about to come across the line as well now. Just see what he does here. Lando's up to 3rd. That looks like a strong lap from Lando there. Don't think we can get him in and out again though. Two minutes. We might be able to just get him in and out. We need to send him out again though. You know what, let's send him out on a scrub. There. Oh, this is... No, he's not going to have time to get out, is he? No. That's why we can't get out. The time is gone. The time is gone for Lando, so let's... Hopefully that's enough. Let's see if Oscar can set some green sectors. He is setting green sectors. He's out at the moment. He's about 6/10 off Lando, so hopefully he can improve here, Oscar. He's holding a Mercedes up there, is it? Yeah, Lewis, 44. Green middle sector as well. The Oscar is going to go quicker here in Q1. Is it going to be enough? As it comes across the line now. No. Went very slow in that last sector. Oh. Yellow in the final sector from Oscar. Ah, Oscar. That is another disappointment in what was a great result for him last weekend in Spain. 12th. Probably what we could get the best out of for Oscar. And yeah, back to reality with 18th. Lando's safely through though, but big disappointment for Oscar Piastri. Confirmation that Oscar is out in 18th. Horrible final sector, and that costs him a place in Q2. So we'll continue with Lando, but more disappointment this season for Oscar Piastri. Knocked out in Q1 again, and he'll start the race on Sunday from 18th. what we're going to do, we're going to leave it there for today. So we'll be back on Friday for the live stream, and we'll continue with Q2 with Lando, who looks like he might have another chance at Q3. And then we will also have the race on Friday as well. So yeah, please come back on Friday.